You've probably heard of Davos, right? It's that yearly meeting where the world's most powerful people get together in a little town in the Swiss Alps. And believe it or not, the conversations they have there can actually affect the price of your groceries. So, what did the 2026 summit really mean for American businesses and for you? Well, let's get into it. Now, for this series, we're going to be breaking down a huge research report. It's called Key Takeaways from the 2026 World Economic Summit in Davos and their impact on U.S. business and consumers, and it's from Virtualization Options LLC. This is just part one of a 10-part deep dive, and today we're really just setting the stage.
And that really brings us to the big question, doesn't it? What on earth does a fancy meeting in Switzerland have to do with your weekly shopping bill? Turns out it's a lot more than you might think. And that connection is exactly what we're going to unpack.
Okay, so to really grasp the impact here, you first have to understand the sheer scale of this event. I mean, this is not just some corporate conference. The guest list alone tells you everything you need to know about the amount of power packed into one tiny town. For starters, you had more than 60 heads of state show up. We're talking presidents, prime ministers, the people who are literally setting policy for their countries. But it doesn't stop there. On top of that, you had over 400 other high-level political leaders. Think cabinet members, ministers, the people shaping economic and trade rules.
And then, from the world of business, over 830 CEOs from the biggest corporations on the planet. So you've got the people who write the laws and the people who drive the global economy all in the same rooms having conversations. It's a lot.
The official theme for the summit was a spirit of dialogue. And honestly, with the challenges on the table, they really needed it. The whole agenda was built around three massive global issues: rising tensions between countries, a really stubborn sense of economic uncertainty, and of course, the incredibly fast pace of tech change. So, the first big takeaway from all these talks is that we are living in a fundamentally different global landscape now. The old predictable alliances are shifting, and that creates a really unpredictable backdrop for everything else, especially business.
And these aren't just vague feelings. We're talking about very specific friction points. You've got strained relationships over trade with our traditional allies in Europe. There's a new strategic focus on oil resources in Latin America. And, maybe most importantly for our day-to-day lives, these really complex, ongoing tariff negotiations with economic giants like China, India, and Brazil.
So what's the end result of all this global drama? Well, the report calls it an atmosphere of persistent uncertainty. And for a big U.S. company, uncertainty is poison. When you can't predict what trade is going to look like next year, you hit the brakes. You put off building that new factory. You delay hiring more people. Everything just slows down.
And that caution leads us directly to the tariff situation, which is probably one of the most direct ways all these global trends start to hit the American economy. I mean, this chart really says it all. The average tariff rate in the U.S. has just exploded, going from a pretty low 2.4% all the way up to 17.4%. That is not a minor adjustment. That's a massive shock to the system, and it changes the fundamental cost of almost everything we import.
And hey, this isn't just some theory. The Bank for International Settlements, a major player in global finance, put it very clearly. They said these kinds of disruptions directly create inflationary pressures, which is just a fancy way of saying higher prices for you and me, and they also lead to real losses in economic output.
This puts regular consumers in a really tough spot that the report calls the double squeeze. Think about it. On one side, you're paying higher prices for stuff because of the tariffs. And on the other side, the whole economy is slowing down, which can put a cap on new jobs and wage increases. So you're getting squeezed from both ends. It's a tough place to be. Okay, let's tie this all together. We've talked about geopolitics, CEOs, and economic data. But what's the bottom line? What does all of this actually mean for you, for your job, for your wallet? Well, it's pretty much a chain reaction. That business uncertainty we talked about, it leads to hiring delays. That cautious investment, it slows down the whole economy. The messed up supply chains, that can mean fewer products on the shelves. And the final domino to fall, any extra costs those businesses have to absorb almost always get passed right along to you. This is what the report calls the invisible burden. It's sneaky because it's not a tax you see on your receipt. Instead, it's just baked right into the price of so many things we buy all the time. Your new TV, that washing machine, the clothes you buy, even some food items. They're all just a little bit more expensive because of these big global shifts. So as we wrap up this first part, we're left with a really big question. In a world where this kind of constant uncertainty is basically the new normal, how do you even begin to prepare for what's coming next? We'll start digging into some of the answers in the next part of our series.